Marathon is in a closed alpha right now, and it's been getting some amount of hate online over the gameplay, over the alpha just being closed and beta keys and everything like that. So I'm going to be going over basically what I think of Marathon as in the good things and what I like about it, and then I'm going to be going over what I dislike about it. If you do enjoy this video, please leave a like on the video. It does help me out tremendously, and make sure you hit the subscribe button. So let's get right into it. So the things I like about Marathon is the gameplay. The gunplay is amazing, and overall, that aspect of the game will keep gamers coming back. And this is with any game. So you got Destiny. It kind of reminds me of like a Destiny gameplay loop where it just feels like Destiny's combat, but just better and a little bit more refined. And I really like that for a extraction shooter, and for any FPS game, that's definitely going to make the game better overall, because if the gunplay wasn't good, then the game wouldn't be as addicting as it is at the moment, which I'm very addicted to it. It is very, very fun to play, just to hop in there and just shoot things. It's really fun. Shooting AI is good, and also shooting opponents is very, very good. I will say some things about the hit registration may be bad at times, but overall, it's pretty decent most of the time. So of course, this is made by Bungie, so you would expect the gameplay and gunplay to be really, really good, and it is. You got pistols, you got sawed-off shotguns, you got snipers. Everything just feels pretty fluid in the game. Other than that, you got factions. So these factions, you can complete quests. Every time when you go and get a contract, it's maybe like you go to the south point of the map and you kill AI in that portion of the map, or maybe another character is going to give you, for example, a contract to maybe download a certain amount of surveys in an area. So there's like these computer terminals you can go to and kind of like do like a computer thing in the game, and you can interact with it, and it'll basically complete the quest. Or you play on a certain map, and you like I said, kill AI in a certain area and things like that. So you can do these contracts for each faction, and then the factions can also, upgrade your character. And this is what I really like about this game. I love that they integrated this into the game, because it gives it like something unique. So you can do one faction or the other faction. I'm pretty sure you can do multiple factions at the same time. So you can do any factions you want. After your contracts are all done for the standard contract, you can go into the upgrades. So the upgrade system is going to let you get more contracts and better contracts. So better things to do in the game, like you have to collect certain amount of items, like certain amount of maybe motherboards or something like that in the game, and then keep them in your backpack, inventory, in your vault, and then you can, do the contract and you get items from completing those contracts. This is a very unique way of keeping replayability in this game, and I love that. So these upgrades can include, like, each one has different amount of upgrade system. For example, Traxxas, I think that's how you say it, unlocks enhanced leg implants for purchase in the black market. Purchase enhanced leg implants, so you can do that. And rank 2, you can do a rank 1, unlocks enhanced shield implants for purchase in the black market. So you can keep unlocking things in the black market. If you keep going up and up through the ranks, rank 3, for example, unlocks deluxe shield implants for purchase in the black market, so you can purchase even better shield implants, and you can just start unlocking more and more things in the black market with Traxxas. With another faction, Saber Syak, I think it's called Cyber Acme, something like that, whatever it's called. The first one says gain 8 rows of vault capacity for the rest of the current season. So I'll be definitely getting that, right? That's going to make your vault bigger, and you're going to get a lot more rows in there, right? So you can store more stuff. So this character is kind of all about that. You can upgrade your heat capacity, increases your capability to perform heat producing actions such as sprinting. So it'll up your heat capacity, right? +5. So you can buy these with your credits that are in the game as well, which is another, system in the game. You can collect these credits, you can sell items for credits, and etc. And then you just collect stuff to upgrade these things, and then you get more contracts. So this whole system overall is just amazing to me, and I absolutely love it. I think everything's done perfectly with the system. I think they could even add more factions in the future as well, and incorporate these kind of factions into the game more. Also, when you do upgrade fully in one faction, so for example, if you do Traxxas, if you upgrade fully into this faction, you will automatically deploy a smoke cloud when activating an exfil site. So that's really, really cool, right? You can get that. Or if you go to the Syak one, the AI International Group now offers 2 items for sale in the black market. Unlock second offer from AI Group. You got another one if you unlock everything in there, which is 0 out of 20. Reviving a crew member grants lingering heal over time that's interrupted when taking damage. So there's just all kinds of things that you can upgrade to your character that a lot of people don't even know about. So all these people that are saying like, oh, there's not that much replayability in the game or whatever are just completely wrong, because there is so much with the factions. They play for an hour, they think there's nothing there, but there is. There's a lot of things that you can do in the game to upgrade and to work for overall. Map design as well is amazing. So the environments, the areas of the map just look so nice. If you do have your graphics on high, they look amazing. Even on super low, like I have it on super low because my PC is, hard to handle this game, but it just still looks amazing to me. The environment, the map designs are really, really good, right? So you got Perimeter, which is a kind of newer-ish map announced into the beta or put into the alpha. It's pretty good. I hated it at first, actually. I didn't really like it, but the more and more I play it, the more and more I understand it. And it's kind of like it's like small but opened at the same time, if that makes any sense. So it's very large map. It's more of a, hide behind rocks, hide behind trees and things like that. And then you got Dire Marsh, which is the other map, which everybody has seen a lot of gameplay from. And that's mainly a bunch of buildings. There's trees and stuff, but it's more of a facility kind of area with buildings and stuff, while Perimeter is kind of, you're kind of in the middle of nowhere with some buildings, but then there's mostly trees and land, so scattered around. Kind of reminds me of like a Halo map, Perimeter, actually. Like I said, map design is amazing. It's wonderful, and it's Bungie. They're gonna do amazing map design. Just the environments, the birds that are there's like some birds that are in each map that if you go around, they fly off and they alert everybody around. You can see if another squad's over there because the birds reacted. You can hear them. There's also like little monsters and tickers in the game, so they can, attack you and blow up on you, which is really cool. Like some monsters in the level as well, which I hope they add more. I'll talk about that in a bit. But other than that, map design, perfect. Expected from Bungie. If you look up in the sky, you can see the AI getting dropped off or by a ship, and then they fly away. Like, that's amazing. Same thing with like little care packages that are around the map, or some like little events that are around the map that happen. You can see these big, huge events in the sky. So I definitely hope they add more stuff. It reminds me of Fortnite, honestly, with like kind of how large Bungie can do these events once they flesh these out for this game, which I hope they do in the future. I will say the characters are very unique. A lot of people did complain about the character designs, but I feel like they fit the game overall. After playing the game a lot more, you just realize which character is which, and they all have their unique abilities and their unique, traits to them. A lot of people are complaining about the characters. I don't really have that much of a problem because the game is kind of all cybernetic, and you're kind of, the whole story premise is you're going into the land, you're going into the runs, and you're kind of generated in there by technology and the computers and stuff. So you are kind of just like, like I said, generated in there. So you're kind of, cybernetic and stuff. So you don't look that great. And that's kind of how each character is. They can change their character designs a little bit maybe if they want to, but overall, I think it's fine. And I think they should just keep adding characters that are like that. I personally like them. Kind of a personal opinion about that. There are going to be skins in the game, so we're going to be able to see what the skins are going to look like in the future. I hope they are going to be good. I really hope they add kind of like effects to the characters. So if you guys don't know, in Halo 3, there was like burning flames helmets, and that if you were a Bungie employee, you had blue burning flames on your head, so on your helmet. So that was amazing, and players were like, wow, that's sick. And then they announced flushed that out more in Halo Reach, where you could have burning flames in your head as a regular player by getting the Legendary Edition, which I did, So I got the burning flames on my head and everything like that. And I hope they kind of announce that in Marathon, where there are kind of these aurora effects around your character. And I think that would be very unique to each player. So they can have like skins that are not just a skin, but they're more animated skins that have like effects on them, kind of like these other games do. And I think that would be very, very unique, especially if you have like, burning flames on your head, or like, just take it from Halo Reach, basically. Just make it the same. In my opinion, I think that would be amazing. We're going to be getting on to what I kind of disliked about the alpha. Those are just some things I like about the alpha. I will say, before I say these disliked things, I am enjoying my time with the alpha so far. I think they have a lot right with this alpha. The things I'm going to be talking about are kind of just like improvements that they can do. Yeah, I'm having a great time with the alpha. I think it's amazing. I think you guys should give it a try when you can, and if you do get into the alpha. And I feel like the hate that this game is getting now, it's not going to have that much hate in the future. When they start adding things, and when they start just building on the game even more and more each month that goes by, I think this game is going to be amazing in the future with huge events and everything like that. So the first thing I want to talk about is alpha codes being put out. Whew. So this is a huge problem. This might have been one of the worst launches I've seen in a game. Like this launch, I don't know why, but they made you do a survey first. You do a survey and then you wait a bit and then you wait until they send you another survey and you do the same survey. It's not a different survey. It's the same survey over and over again. So you do the survey once and then you get in contact with somebody. You hopefully get into, like I got into the creator Discord and everything like that. But for regular people, you just do the survey once and I guess you wait. But for the creators, at least, you do the survey once, you wait, and then they send you another survey, and then you do that same survey again, and then you wait more. And I'm pretty sure there's one more survey that you do because they were having problems with it where there was a bug in the survey, some UI thing. So if you didn't press done at the end of the page, then you don't get sent a code. And I'm like, and no one knows if they're getting code. There's still creators that are not getting a code, and they're apparently prioritized. It's just ridiculous. I feel like this whole system shouldn't have been like this. I feel like they should have had, had a queue and it shows you a queue. Oh, you're in this place to get the code or something like that on the website. Or maybe say that you're going to get a code maybe today or at this time or something. You don't even know if you're getting a code. It doesn't tell you or anything. So you're just going to sit there for hours. And a lot of creators, especially, are sitting there for hours still waiting on codes, which is ridiculous. And there's a lot of creators that are in the Discord that I feel like shouldn't be there. There's a lot of creators in there that literally just don't upload on YouTube anymore. They haven't uploaded in a year, in 5 months, in more than a year. And they just have a Twitch, and then their Twitch has maybe like a couple hundred followers, and then they get like no views on Twitch. So, no views is one thing, but no subscribers, no views on YouTube, and no views on Twitch, and you barely have any followers on Twitch. I don't know how you're in there. It feels like a lot of people are just getting in the creator Discord, maybe because they know somebody, or maybe they just got really lucky and randomly got in there. They do have a criteria apparently, but even my brother couldn't get in there, and he's been trying to get in the creator Discord, and he has more views than these people that are actually in the Discord right now playing the video game, which makes no sense to me. So that's a big problem. Other than the whole alpha discussion with that, also when you started the game, when the alpha first came out, there was a bug where you could not click anything. So it's fixed now because I'm logged in. I'm pretty sure they fixed it. But when you logged in the first time, you could not click anything. So your cursor was just gone. And yeah, you were just stuck on screens. Everybody was stuck on a screen. And there was just overall just many, many bugs that should have been fixed before this alpha even got sent out to players. There are some bugs in the UI as well. Like, for example, there was a point where instead of disconnecting from the game, there was a connection error icon. And instead of, it just saying connection error or connection disconnected or something like that within your game where it's lagging or something, and there's a problem with the server, it just showed like a random icon, and then they had to go and explain it to people what the icon meant. So like, I don't like that. I hope they actually just put text on the screen, just tell you what's going on rather than making you try to figure it out, which is ridiculous. And also when you started the alpha, when we all started the alpha, the closed alpha, at least for the creators, there was a problem where it meant the amount of players that it's supposed to be in the game or whatever. And you weren't allowed in. You had like a red screen, and a lot of people posted this on Twitter, and there was no way of knowing if you're going to get in. And apparently that's a queue. You were in a queue when you saw that red screen that said error and no more entries or whatever into the game. And no one knew that. So you had to be explained that. So they need to just literally just put text on the screen and tell you what's going on rather than making you wonder and think, am I in a queue to get in the game, or am I just sitting here? Is my game frozen? Because there's no way of knowing, because your cursor don't work either. So like your cursor's done working and you don't know if the game's crashed or you're just sitting there for nothing. Like I said, bigger events as well would be very, very cool. So there are some events in the game. So there's like a big thing that comes in the sky. There's an area, you kill a bunch of AI, and then you just, you loot like a big-ish box, and then, you get some items out of it, which is cool and all, but I want to see more Destiny-like puzzles, more Destiny-like things like that, where it'll open up the world more. So if there's like an area on the map that there's like brand new event on the map that happens, and then you all go over there, all the other squads go over there and they fight in that area, and you guys do puzzles together, and then you fight it out. Or maybe it would be even cool to see you go in a dungeon or something and you do a puzzle with the other squad. You guys can't kill each other because you're on the other side of the wall. Maybe you guys can see each other, or there's no damage or something, and you guys can communicate in game with the in-game voice chat if they add it, I hope, to talk to the other players in the game that are not on your squad and to work together to solve the puzzle in the dungeon, and then you guys have to kill each other at the end. That would be cool. Some things like that would be awesome. I just hope they keep adding puzzles like that, because at the moment the events are just very dull. I've seen like one event happen and it was just like a big box, like kind of rectangle thing in the sky, and then it was just AI swarms, like a horde mode in Gears of War, and you're just killing AI just for loot. So other than that, I mean, there was actually it wasn't an event, but it was another area where there was like a bubble and you had to take a certain item to go into the bubble so you don't get poisoned and die basically. So you can kill those AI. You can't kill them outside the bubble. That's pretty cool too, but I just wish they would keep adding more Destiny-like events into this game. And I think they said they were going to, so that's good at least. But yeah, it's just a problem. The events can't just be like a little event, your little area, and you just do horde mode with AI, and then that's it, and you loot. It has to be something different. It has to be something more unique. Maybe they're like walking around the level or something. They're transporting like goods or something to another building, and you have to go over there and kill them, and then they'll try to defend that. Something like that would be really, really cool until they, if they get to the building, then they lock it away forever. Something like that would be cool, like an event for players to go to in the middle of the map. Also, I'd like to see different types of AI enemies, more unique characters rather than just boxy looking AI. I mean, they look kind of boxy looking. It's in alpha, I understand that, but we just need more. We need more to open up the world. We do have those little tickers that are in the game that run around. They kind of reminds me of the Gears of War tickers that, run up to you and explode on you. They're literally like the same thing. Those monsters, they're cool. There's like little, spawns that they have so you can kill those spawns, which is pretty cool. I think I have it in this gameplay. But other than that, that's kind of it. I mean, there's some invisible AI characters that run around and shoot you, and then there's some other ones that have like little jetpacks and they move faster and stuff like that. I like to see better AI enemies, better PvE enemies. Maybe they could even have like a bird, say like birds that fly around, because there are birds in the game where you go around them, they detect and they fly up in the air. There could be like ones that will fly around the map in a certain area and they'll attack squads. They'll go down and strike the squads, and the squads can shoot them out the sky. That would be cool. Or like even a crazy idea where it could pick up one of your teammates. That would be cool, is for clips. It could like fly down, pick up. This is going to be probably hard to develop in the game, but fly down, pick up a teammate, and then kind of fling him somewheres, and he kind of just dies from fall damage and ends up somewhere else. That would be really, really cool. That would be really, really funny for that to happen. Maybe some crazy monsters in the sky would be cool. And just things like that, like bigger monsters too, maybe like dinosaur-esque monsters that could be huge in the level. It'll probably take some time to get in there, but I want to see some development on that side of overall just making the PvE more interesting and more geared towards the world overall to make it more open and make it more fleshed out. Also, the enemies, the PvE needs better abilities as well. I mean, some of them, they're just like, regular snipers. They snipe you. That's cool and all. There's some that run up to you. They move fast, like I said, and they kind of melee you. So, all right. And then there's bigger ones that are like tanky. They have a big shield, that's sick. That's cool. They have a lot of health, so you kill them. But, things like I just said with the monsters in the sky, maybe they could even have like a canine unit, quote unquote, where like, some AI walk around and they have like these cybernetic dogs around them, or like on leashes or something. You can see them for a split second, like on like a wire or something that's like a leash, since they're cybernetic. And then the dog can run after you and chase your teammates around, right? And kill them and kill your teammates. So you have to kill the dogs or whatever. There's just some things like that would be cool to see. Something just flesh out the mode way more. Or maybe even like a melee type AI that has like huge swords. They could be like the guys with the shields. Instead of having a shield, maybe they could have big swords, and then once you kill them, you can get like a big sword. Maybe have like it as an event. If there's like a big boss one around the map, kill them, get a big great sword or something, and run around the map, and you can slice the enemies up and other squads up with that sword. There's just some possibilities there. But overall, just they need some better stuff here. Some more bugs also I forgot to mention were like keybinds. So I don't know if they fixed it now. I haven't checked, but keybinds weren't working, so you couldn't remove certain keybinds. Some people couldn't even crouch for hours, and their crouch button was basically broken. And you have to have it on hold, or you have to have it on toggle instead of hold, which I like it on hold my key down rather than toggle it. But you can't even replace those, which is a problem. The voice chat always stays on open mic. Don't know why, but I hope they fix that. Maybe it's fixed now. Don't know yet. But yeah, you can't push the talks. Your push talk breaks and it just goes to open mic. Okay. Also, PC optimization could be way better. My game does run, it runs all right. I have an older computer. I understand that. So my computer's not going to run as good. That's why everything's on low, but I can run Fortnite better than this game. So, and Fortnite has way more stuff in that game than this game. So hopefully they make the optimization way better than it is. I know a lot of YouTubers say it's really good optimization, but they were on way better computers than, people like me and other people. So that can even still run other games better than this game. So, hopefully the optimization gets better, and I'm guessing it's going to. I mean, they're still developing the game, so over time it's going to get better, hopefully. So other than that, that's kind of the good things that I took away from the game, my first impressions, and also the bad thing. I've been playing a lot and I've been enjoying the game a lot. My overall impressions of the game, I think it's amazing, and I think the cons of the game can get fixed with time. So hopefully they do fix it after this alpha. I will be making tons and tons of videos on this game. So if you guys do want to see more content on Marathon, then hit the subscribe button, and also let me know what you guys think of my opinions. Do you guys think they're wrong? Do you guys agree with them? Leave a comment down below and everybody can discuss, and I'll be in there discussing some things as well. And what do you guys think about my ideas? Do you guys think they need to change the events, make them better, the AI, make them just overall look better and just better in general, make more monsters in the game and everything like that? And have you guys got into the alpha as well? Let me know. And hopefully you enjoyed this kind of impressions video where I talk about some problems and some good things with Marathon. So yeah, guys, have a great day and your night, and peace.